Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Gainer's Happy Place, and this video has nothing to do with dolls. So if you're not interested, then if you wanted just to see a doll, then this video isn't for you. But I have just been watching J Dolls UK, who I follow, who is a doll collector the same as me. She has started a new channel called J's Journaling. Now, I'm not going to make journaling videos. I just wanted to show this one because I didn't really know about journaling, but I have been doing it even though I didn't know about it. Now, I have been keeping diaries every single day for years. This is just one of them, and let me show you. Look, every single page is rammed. That's just one, and look how thick that is. I've got a drawer that's absolutely full of them. This is one that my son bought me recently, and this is dated Friday the 29th of July 2022, and it's till Monday the 13th of February 2023. So this one is a recent one, and as you see again, every page is full, and he's just bought me a second one because I loved this leather book so much that I asked him for another one. Now, this one is what I'd call a journal, although it's got just stickers in it, things that I've wanted to keep. Now, this book was made for me by an ex-boyfriend years and years ago, and he was actually American. And he hand sewed and added this tassel here. I think that's horsehair on the end, and that's stone. And he stitched all of this, and I kept it and started adding things to it that were interesting to me. Now here I've got his initials were PMA. And Paul Andrew McClintock, and it was 1999, and that was a poem that he wrote, he made up himself, so I put that in the front of the book. I've got a blessing, a house blessing. Can you see? There we go. A house blessing there, that a card that somebody gave me. And I've also got a peacock feather there. Now, this started when I was in my 20s, well, younger than that, a lot younger. I started sticking magazine clippings to the inside of my wardrobe door. So my wardrobe door from the top to the bottom was just full of things that interest me, stickers or pictures that I found in magazines. So when I received this book, I started sticking things in this. Now, the first few pages, let me show you, are a vintage book called The Water Babies that was damaged, but the pictures weren't. So the first thing I did was cut out all of the plates from the book and stuck them, as you can see there, into my journal. And I think there's about 12 of them altogether, but the pictures I just absolutely loved, so I wanted to keep them. So they have probably been in there since 1999. There's another one. Just look how beautiful that is. I had to keep them. So those are the first few things that I put. Look at this one. Let me show you one more. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. So I've had this book since then, and I've just popped things in as they've come along. I can't go all the way through it because some of it is personal, and there are pictures of my family. Now, I used to be an avid reader, and I was a bit of a geek. So this I copied from Herodotus Histories. I copied this out of the book because it... Oh, something's just fallen out. This was a passage that I liked out of that book. And that picture there, sorry, probably relates to the same book. I've got a picture there of Kate Winslet because, where am I going? There we are. I'm an avid Kate Winslet fan, so that's out of one of her films. This is a quote from Karim, my son. He must have copied it. I can't see as he would have made it up. And it's, "You are very dear to me, as dear as milk is to the baby, as the flower is to the hummingbird, as the pond is to the fish, as I need water on a hot day, I need you." So I should think he's copied that somewhere. But that's the first sign for Christianity. And I also started collecting sayings. So any sayings that I thought were, that I heard from films or books. Listen to this one. "Love is what's in the room with you at Christmas. If you stop opening presents and listen." And that was written, can you believe, by a child aged 7. Yes, that's why I kept it. So we've got a piece of papaya there with a Roman Egyptian picture on. This is by one of my favourite artists, Edward Burne-Jones. There we go. A pre-Raphaelite. I was into pre-Raphaelite art. That's another bit I've copied out of another book with my ink pen. This is a picture of Marilyn Monroe, who I was a big fan of when I was very little. Used to love her. This, Gilly Monster will love this, because these are pictures from manga, from different films, from, my son got me into films, Korean and Chinese, Japanese films and manga comics. So those are a few pictures there that I stuck in. That was a letter from my mum to myself and Karim, thanking me for something. "True knowledge exists in knowing that we all know nothing." And there's another one, "Hell is other people." That was by Satir. And then here is my favourite Shakespearean poem. There, that was, I probably cut out. And this was a postcard done by a real artist. We couldn't afford her prints, but I bought one of her postcards and stuck it in as well. The other, there's some seahorses. I love seahorses. Now, also, there's another Burne-Jones postcard that I collected from Darren took me to this house to see, because we heard that he'd got some paintings in the house. So Darren took me to the house to see them. And that is Whitewick Manor and Gardens in the West Midlands, because Burne-Jones was from Birmingham. He was a pre-Raphaelite artist. And also I started collecting quotes from films. So if there's a film and it had a really good quote in it, this one is quite relevant for today. "The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing." And that was from the film Tears of the Sun, starring Bruce Willis. So any film that had a good quote like that, I'd jot it down and I'd put it in my book. This is an eye. Sorry, you've got the glare there. I'm obsessed with eyes, absolutely fascinate me. Some more art pictures. There's another one there, pre-Raphaelite. There's a bookmark there. I saw this painting in Florence, in a museum. What else have we got? There's that's ripped from a book, which was a really old book, dated 1910, from the front of the book. There's more quotes. Picture of Venice there. That, can you believe, it looks like Chinese or Japanese writing, but it's actually not. It's actually, if you look really close, it's English. Picture of Nadia Comaneci. one of my favourite gymnasts when I was little. This, my son wrote down. He was very, my son, he's very clever. He's a lot more clever than myself or his father. And he wrote this down. I can hear myself reading this sentence in my head. Very deep for a child. What else have we got? Angelina Jolie. Love Angelina Jolie. Always have done, because of the work she does for different charities and that. That's a photograph I took in a forest. This is one of my absolute favourite photographs. Absolutely love that photograph. It is stunning, and it's an Afghanistan girl, and it was taken in 1985 by Steve McCurry. And there's a little bit about the photograph. Oh, that's my son at his when he graduated. That was another piece of art that we brought the picture from. Now I think the rest is personal. There's a story from a magazine about a woman who really wanted this painting, but couldn't afford it, and she just, and it's a bit like, if you how can I put it, it's a bit like us with our dolls, and she just fell in love with this painting, and it's how she got it eventually, and has treasured it ever since. But that's like us with our dolls. Some photographs of Darren, my mum. There's pictures of the old Pope. Or a watercolour of Venice. An invitation to a wedding. And then at the back, let me show you. That was a picture done by my son. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. I must stop now because this is going on a bit. There's a 4-leaf clover that a lady gave me. She's passed away now, your Brinner, who I love. Different leaves and that I stuck in, flowers. But at the very back, I started writing down, there's pictures of bats there because I love bats. But at the back is from 2004, so this book was started in 2004, is every single book that I have ever read on different years. 2006, I read all of those. 2008, I read all of those. So every book I've ever read are all jotted down. And as you see, the longer the years have gone on, the less books I've read. So I really need to get back into reading. So, yeah, look, hardly read any now. So that's my book. I hope you enjoyed seeing it. It was mainly for Jay to show her that I'd got one similar, but I must finish this video because it's gone on a bit long. Sorry it went on, but hope you enjoyed it. Those that are interested, see you all again soon. Bye for now.